Hey guys, welcome back. Today this video is a different video. It's not makeup related. I was tagged by Karen, whose channel is K Michael, and I will link her video that she did down below. It's 50 questions you've never been asked. I did do the 50 TMI questions, which was quite fun and interesting to do. And as you can see, I have a different background. I got bored with the background that I had, so I figured since this is a different type of video, I would change the background. Alright, so the first question is, what is your favorite candle scent? Well, I only like Yankee candles. I'm a candle snob, and my favorite candle scent right now, I'm burning one of them, is my honey blossom. So that's the one I'm burning right now. And in the winter and in the fall, I like the gingerbread house and fall, mind fart for real. Balsam and cedar is number one in the fall and the winter, and then autumn leaves or autumn wreath and patchouli. All right, the next question is, what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I mean, there's so many celebrities out there, and I guess Kristen Wiig probably, because she would just crack me up all the time. And then the next question is, what male celebrity would you want, who would you have for your brother? And that would be Vince Vaughn. I love his acting style, just like the sarcasm. It's just funny. I think he would be an interesting brother to have. How old do you think you will be when you get married? Well, I've been married one time, and obviously that didn't work out, unfortunately. And I'm 37, so hopefully Michael and I will be married, if we decide to get married, in a couple of years, hopefully before I'm 40. 5. Do you know a hoarder? Well, I have been told that I am a hoarder by Michael on many occasions, so I know myself. And why don't I just show you what I like to hoard? Okay, so this is one of my hoarding areas right here, this cabinet, and behind it, or inside it I should say, is my Yankee candles collection. I'm not a candle hoarder per se, even though I have quite a few jars. My hoarding issue is my tarts. So this whole bag here, which is a decent size bag, is my fall tarts, my fall and winter tarts. I keep them separated from each other. And then this is some of my spring and summer tarts. And then these lovely ladies or gents are fall tarts. So here's some more tarts, here's some more tarts, here's some more tarts. And then I have some other tarts here, which are just some homemade ones that my mom gave me from somebody who makes them. And then that's not even the bunt of it, okay? So let me show you my other tarts. Here is another jar of tarts and my tart burner next to it. So let me focus here. So this is my fall, some more fall and winter tarts. I got them out ready to go. So there's a big jar of them there. And I'm not even done yet. In my display case is another jar of tarts. And these are some summer and spring tarts that I have left that I'm trying to get through and use up before I get into my other tarts. And I pretty much have 5 burners going. I have one, which is right here, and this is in my living room area. and then I have another one in the kitchen, which is the one that you saw next to the other jar. I have another one in my back room where I do my filming and I hoard my makeup, so I also hoard makeup. And then I have one in our main bathroom, and then I have one in our bedroom. So that is my hoarding. So I hope you found that hoarding tidbit interesting about me. So the next question is, can you do a split? No. Not even going to try, not even going to go there. And I doubt you even want to see that. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? Probably 4 or 5, whatever the usual age is that we typically learn how to ride a bike. How many oceans have you swam in? Only one ocean, and this is embarrassing to say because I'm not really into geography and I'm really bad at it, but whatever the ocean is that's on the east coast of Florida, that's the ocean that I swam in. How many countries have you been to? Just one, the United States. I haven't really traveled outside of this general area per se. So that was number 9. Number 10, is anyone in your family in the Army? Not that I know of. My dad's side of the family, I don't really keep in touch with a lot of that side, so I can't really say for sure if any of them is in the military. But actually, I think my uncle was in the military. So I guess on my mom's side. So yeah. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Well, I do have a daughter. Her name is Sophia. She is a senior this year in high school and she's 17. So too late. I already named her. Her name is Sophia. What would you name your son if you had one? I do have a son. I have 2 children. His name is Adam. I actually had that name before he was born, before he was even planned, before he was even conceived. And let's see what else we got. Number 13, what was the worst grade you got on a test? If we're talking percentage-wise, I really don't remember. I am in school right now, but I get all A's, and it's usually like a 95% or higher. But in high school, the worst grade I got was an F, and I got a lot of F's. I didn't do very good. All right. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? I really liked Fraggle Rock and the Muppet Babies and Reading Rainbow. And unless you're in your 30s, you probably have no idea what these shows are. Number 15, what did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? I think I was a bat. My mom made my costume for me. I remember it was some black leotards, some stockings, and then she made these bat wings, and I had to go to the bathroom, and it was all one piece. So I had to figure out as an 8-year-old at school by myself in the bathroom how to get it off. So that's just how I remember it so clearly and vividly, is because of that situation. All right, number 16. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? I have not read any of the Harry Potters. I did read all of the Hunger Games series, and I did read all the Twilight series. The Twilight books are much better than the movies. The movies make it seem more of the storylines all like love and kissy kissy, but in the books they're a lot better and they're more in depth. Hunger Games, seen the first 2 movies, did read all the books before I watched the movies. And then I know this isn't part of the question, but I did read the Divergent series. I read all of them in a week on my Christmas break vacation, and then I did watch the movie. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I don't really know. I do a very great British accent, but you sound more fancy when you have that British accent. Would you like a cup of tea? How many cubes of sugar would you like in your tea? So maybe a British accent. 18. Did your mother go to college? She did go to college. I know that she went to a community college when she was younger. She did go to college briefly, like a year or two ago. I don't know what she was going for. I am bad with that stuff. 19. Are your grandparents still married? All my grandparents are deceased. On my dad's side, they were still married when one of them passed away. On my mom's side, she was married to my step-grandfather. My grandfather on my mom's side passed away when I was very young. I think I was not even a year old yet. But they were married when he passed. Number 20, have you ever taken karate lessons? I did take karate lessons in elementary school. I maybe took a year or two of karate lessons. That was just mostly my father putting me into those classes. It wasn't something that I wanted to do for a long period of time. So just basically to keep us out of trouble. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? If you don't know who Kermit the Frog is, then you're living under a rock. It doesn't matter what age you are, you should know who Kermit the Frog is. What's the first amusement park you've been to? Well, I live in Florida, and I live close to Tampa, and I live close to Orlando. So I can't remember which of the theme parks I went to first. It would have either been one of the Magic Kingdom, Disneyland, Disney World theme parks, or like the Busch Gardens, Adventure Island. One of those were the first, if not the other one was the second. And we went quite frequently since I am about an hour and a half from Orlando and 30 minutes from Tampa. Next question. I need to keep this moving. There's 50 of them and we are only on number 23. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Probably Spanish, since that's pretty much like a second language here in the US. I can read it fluently. I can speak it a little bit, but if you start talking to me in Spanish, I have no idea what you're saying. Do you spell the color gray either as G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y? If we're talking about the color, I spell it G-R-A-Y. Is your father bald? No, he has a full head of hair, and eventually I will be looking older than him because he does not age whatsoever. Do you know any triplets? No, I don't know any triplets. I know some twins, but no triplets. Do you prefer the Titanic or the Notebook? I prefer the Notebook. I know that they both die at the end, but Titanic, it's more of a tragic death versus in the Notebook, it was just more romantic, and that's pretty much what sums up my reason for picking the Notebook. Have you ever had Indian food? Oh yes, I love Indian food. I love curry. I love the naan bread. Just any, the tandoori chicken. I really love that. So I like all kinds of food. I'll try anything once, but Indian is one of my favorite foods. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? I have a couple. I like Mellow Mushroom. I don't know if that's all through the US, so if you're not really sure what it is, it's just a pizza place. They have like fancy pizzas and they have beers from breweries. It's just a really good place to eat. I also like Chili's, Indian restaurants, like the local Indian food restaurants here. Carmelitas, that's one of my favorite Mexican places to eat. Red Lobster, if I'm in the mood for seafood. And that's about it. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? Yes, I've been to Olive Garden. I used to like going when I was younger, before it was more commercialized. To me, it seems now that it's more commercialized. I don't like it as much as I did back then. It just doesn't seem like it's authentic Italian food to me. It's like mall Chinese food. Do you belong to any warehouse stores like Costco or BJ's? We are a member of Sam's Club. And if you take any kind of allergy medicine, I have learned just having the membership alone just for the allergy medicine, you have earned your money, because I use Claritin, and for like a 30-day supply of Claritin, it's like 20 bucks. You can go to Sam's Club and get, I think it's like 140 or 150 tablets for like $15, and it's just the generic brand, Loratadine or whatever, however you say it. Just that alone makes it worth it. But we get our toilet paper in bulk, our K-cups for our Keurig, all of our seasonings, because they come in the big packages, which I'm probably is the same at like Costco's or BJ's, but Sam's Club was closer. Now that we do have a Costco's, we may see if we can get into that once our Sam's Club membership expires. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I don't know. I have a brother, Jay. He's younger than me. I'm assuming maybe it would have been Jay, which is my father's name. If you have a nickname, what is it? I don't know if you would consider this a nickname. My name is Christina, and a lot of people call me Chris. That's the only difference. I don't know if you'd consider that a nickname, other than I don't really have any nicknames. Or Mom. I'm sometimes called Mom. Who's your favorite person in the world? I don't have a favorite person in the world. I have favorite people in the world. I have my children. Those are my most favorite. Michael, I love him to death. He's my favorite. My parents, his parents, my friends. Those are all my favorite people in the world. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? I could not do the rural area. My mom lived in a rural area. I hate it. I go visit her for 2 or 3 days, and it drives me nuts because there's nothing around. And then the suburbs, I don't really think I live in the suburbs because it's kind of close to the city. So probably in the middle, like not in the city, not in the suburbs, not in the rural area, just a place where it's kind of like a subdivision that's close to the mall, that's close to the movie theater, that's close to this store and that store, close to downtown. That would be my ideal area, which is where I live now. Can you whistle? Yes. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I sleep in complete darkness. Do you eat breakfast every morning? Yes, I do eat breakfast every morning. It is actually important for you to eat breakfast in the morning. Usually what I have is a green smoothie, and that's just like spinach or kale, and then whatever fruit I feel like mixing in it, and Greek yogurt, and chia seeds or flax seeds, and ice. That's my breakfast. But yes, I do eat breakfast every morning. Do you take any pills or medication daily? Yes, I do. I take my Claritin. I take that at night. I take melatonin because I have insomnia. So I take that at night to help me sleep. I take my multivitamin. I take another vitamin that's for hair, skin, and nails. I take an anti-anxiety medication because I have anxiety issues, which I won't even go into that, but those are the medications that I mostly take. And then for like pain relievers, I will take Advil or Excedrin, ibuprofen, the normal usual stuff. What medical conditions do you have? That's a little bit personal, so if it makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry, but I do have ADD. I have social anxiety. That's pretty much only medical conditions I have. I mean, I did have 2 back surgeries 2 years ago, so I have some rods and screws in my back. I don't know if you would consider that a medical condition, but that's about it. How many times have you been to the hospital? I couldn't even count how many times I've been to the hospital. I went twice for 2 back surgeries, back-to-back back surgeries. I have been to the hospital I did have lap band surgery, and I lost 100 pounds. And I was in the hospital for like 3 or 4 days for that because I did have some complications. And I will insert a photo here of my progression photos. I did lose 100 pounds, then I gained 50 back from the back surgeries, and then I lost 20 of that, and I'm still trying to lose the other 30 that I gained. But those are my hospital visits, and I've had some other surgeries that I don't really want to get into, but they did require a hospital stay. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've never watched the movie all the way through. I'm not really a big cartoon movie person. I do watch some cartoon movies with my son, but he wasn't interested in that, so I didn't see that. Where do you buy your jeans? I have like 20 pairs of jeans, and most of them are Old Navy jeans. Hooray for $19.99 sale Old Navy jeans. And then I do have a couple pair of Torrid jeans. It just really depends. My issue is I have no butt syndrome, so I have no butt. So most of the jeans tend to make my butt sag, and it looks like I have poopy pants. So I use the Old Navy jeans. I think it's the Diva style jeans, and I do get the skinny jeans, which end up looking like regular jeans on me because I have really skinny legs and no butt. So I have to buy the skinny jeans just so they look like regular jeans. What is the last compliment you got? The last compliment I got was for my tattoo or my sleeve, and then my eyebrows, which I get those two on a daily basis. And I'm running out of time here. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Depends on what they are. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. What flavor tea do you enjoy? I love green tea and chamomile tea, and I also like chai tea. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Probably between 25 and 30 pairs of shoes. What religion will you raise your children to practice? I don't really practice a religion, and I just let my kids choose. Once they're old enough, they'll know. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? Probably 8 or 9 years old, if I had to guess. And the last question is, why do you have a Tumblr? Well, I don't have a Tumblr, so I can't answer why I don't have a Tumblr, or why I have a Tumblr. I'm not really interested in Tumblr, so I'm not going to go on there. And that was the last of the questions. So I will tag whoever is watching this video, and I hope you found this interesting and helped you to get to know me better, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.